Hey guys, I'm Mezzy and welcome to this quick start guide for normal Kurog Grimtotem, the 6th boss in the Vault of the Incarnates. There is a lot to go over, so let's start with the basics. This is a 2-phase encounter. The room is divided into 4 sections, each with an elemental altar: fire, frost, earth, and storm. In phase 1 you'll be dealing with the boss, and depending on where you stand with him, you'll empower him with an element, giving him different abilities. One ability will be used constantly, the other will call the special ability. Don't let the boss stand in the middle or bad things will happen. Move to the next altar around 50 energy, which should be roughly after the special ability has been used. Additionally, each altar gives the boss an aura that deals damage to the entire raid every 4 seconds, and this damage is increased the longer he's empowered by that altar. When the boss reaches 100 energy, he'll go into the intermission phase where you'll have to fight 2 adds instead. These adds will depend on which altars you used in the previous phase. I will say that according to the dungeon journal, there's supposed to be a phase 3 where he's empowered by all elements at the same time, but that's not something we saw happen. I'll go over the order of altars that my group did as that worked best for us, but you can of course use a different order if that works better for your group. To start with, the tank swap mechanic Sundering Strike will be active at all altars in phase 1. It's a cone that you need to face away from the group and tank swap right away after the first stack. In phase 1, start in the fire section and position yourself so that the air section is far away. You'll slowly move towards it. The fire regular ability is Magma Burst. Try and group up your ranged players and move out of the swirls towards the next altar. Magma will spawn and will not go away. After he's done this a couple of times, the fire special will be cast called Searing Carnage. The boss will now spam you with swirls. When a swirl spawns, move and then stop. Wait for the next swirl to spawn and move again, etc, etc. This should naturally push you to the next altar, for us the Frost altar. The Frost regular ability is Biting Chill, which puts a dot on the entire raid. The Frost special ability is Absolute Zero. Share the damage by moving into the circles. When there's more than one circle, the raid should split into 2 different soak groups. We've now had 2 altars, which means it's time for the first intermission phase. The boss will be immune to damage, and just like in phase 1, the longer an element is active, the more AoE damage you'll take. So focus down an add to halve the amount of AoE damage you're taking. Kill the Frost add first, as it has 2 abilities. Interrupt their Frostbind's cast, and when Freezing Tempest is cast, move close to the add to reduce the damage you're taking. The fire add will drop more fire swirls for you to move out of. These also won't go away, so stay in the frost section because you won't be coming back. When both adds are down, you go back to phase 1, so head to the earth altar next. The earth regular ability is Erupting Bedrock, an expanding circle you don't want to stand in. This is the exact same circle ability as the 3rd boss in the Halls of Infusion. The earth special ability is Seismic Rupture. Don't stand in the swirls and kill the adds. As you're killing them, you'll be moving over to the last altar, the Storm altar. The regular Storm ability is Shocking Burst. If you have a circle on you, move out of the group so no one is hit by it. And the special Storm ability is Thunderstrike. Some circles will spawn on the floor, have one person stand in each of the circles. At this point you'll reach 100 energy again, which means it's time for the second phase 2 with 2 new adds. Kill the Earth add first, as he has 3 different abilities. He'll be putting big circles on people with Ground Shatter. Move them off to the side as they'll leave behind big puddles. Tank swap on the Earth Elemental. Breaking Gavel causes it to deal more damage to you the longer he's attacking the same targets. And Violent Upheaval will cause spikes to damage anyone in the puddles, but you shouldn't be standing in those anyway. Meanwhile, the Storm add will teleport around and targets a random player with Lethal Current. When you're targeted by it, don't stand near other players. When the last add dies, you'll go back to phase 1, and now you can choose which abilities you want to deal with until the boss dies. We went back to the Storm altar as we found that to be the easiest. If you need more time because the Storm altar buff is stacking too high, you can of course move to another altar. And that's all you need to know for Kurog on normal. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. I would very much appreciate it as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. You can also follow me on Twitter at wow_weekly and on Twitch at twitch.tv/bbmezzy. For now, I'm Mezzy and I'll see you again next time.